I'm gonna show you my favorite feminine fragrances to wear on the daily, and I hope you enjoy this video. Of course, these are all budget friendly. None of these fragrances are gonna be, I believe, like over $25. The title is gonna be more accurate than what I'm seeing right now. But anyway, guys, let's jump right into this video if you want to see my picks. Okay guys, so coming up next is a beautiful scent from Elizabeth Taylor. I'm starting to really like the fragrances from Elizabeth Taylor because I'm now starting to appreciate these fragrances. The fragrance that we're going to talk about today here is Forever. This is a beautiful fragrance. What I love about this fragrance is that it smells classy. It smells feminine. It does have like a nice elegant touch to it, but at the same time it doesn't feel like old or anything like that. It feels like a very timeless kind of fragrance. Women who are older, women who are much younger could wear this fragrance. You're not gonna feel old, you're not gonna feel too mature wearing it. There's a nice fruity touch, a nice floral touch, and a nice woodsy touch to this fragrance. So you have the combination of these notes and it makes for a beautiful scent. When I smell this, I definitely think of overripe golden apples with a touch of flowers and a little bit of woods and a touch of class. You know how sometimes you smell a perfume and you don't know what's giving it that classy feel, but you know it has like a touch of elegance, like a touch of class. It's a fragrance that you could use when you're all dressed up nicely, going somewhere nice and elegant, somewhere fancy, but it's also a fragrance that you could use casually. So it's a very versatile scent. This is so gorgeous, very clean. It smells just so beautiful. Another fragrance that gives me the same vibe as Forever by Elizabeth Taylor is Vintage Bloom by Jessica Simpson. They are both florals that feel very warm and sweet, but fresh and clean at the same time. So I do get a similar vibe. In my opinion, this one starts out a little bit sweeter, and it's so funny because when I look at the notes, I just don't see what's causing this fragrance to be so sweet. But if I would make up my own little note here, I would say it smells somewhat like a sweet apple type of scent. I don't see apple here. What we get in the top is a bunch of citruses, but I just don't see what's causing all the sweetness that we experience in this scent. Within a couple of minutes, the fragrance definitely goes a little bit more floral. It's still sweet, it's still warm, but it does go a little bit more floral, a little bit more fresh and clean, and a little bit more mature smelling, if you ask me. I really enjoy the base to this fragrance. It opens up a little bit too sweet for me. If you're patient enough and you wait for that beautiful peony note with a raspberry bloom and the woodsy notes to come in, you'll be so happy. Like I said, it goes clean once it dries down, but it still remains a little sweet and warm. I really like this scent. It's so inexpensive. If you've never tried Vintage Bloom and you're looking for a fragrance that is warm and sweet but clean at the same time and feels a little bit, you know, classy, definitely try Vintage Bloom out. It is so gorgeous. Coming up next is a beautiful fragrance coming out of the house of Oscar de la Renta, and it is Live in Love. I was about to say Live in Color. Anyway, guys, so when I first was introduced to this scent, I was not having it. I didn't always get along with this fragrance. As a matter of fact, someone gifted this fragrance to my sister, and my sister was not having it. She was like, no. She was trying to give it to me, and I was like, no. My sister, like, she's one of those people where she has like a signature scent. Like, she'll buy the same perfume over and over and over. Her signature is Prada Candy. So you could just imagine how mortified my sister was when she got this fragrance, because this is super floral, feminine, like it has like a vintage touch. But at that time too, like, even though I was always into florals, this was just like a different type of floral that I never experienced. But I took it anyway because it did have a pleasant scent to me. And a couple of years after that whole encounter with my sister, I decided to try this fragrance again, and I completely fell for this fragrance. It's a green scent, like it's very green, it's watery, it's very lush. It feels like just walking through a very lush forest, like that's how it feels. It also feels very watery, very damp, like that's kind of like the vibe that I get from it. What I really do have to mention though is that this does feel a little vintagey, but that's exactly what I love about this fragrance. Sometimes vintage fragrances could feel a little like, I don't know, like off-putting, like it's just too much. This is not that. How I feel about this perfume is that it's like a modern perfume, but the perfumer intentionally tried to make it smell vintage, so it doesn't have those very off-putting notes that a lot of vintage fragrances may have. It does still have like a modern feel to it. I don't know how to explain it, but I feel as though that's how this fragrance was made. Like it was made today, but they intentionally tried to make it smell like perfume from yesterday. If you're looking for a green, lush, watery, sparkling floral with a hint of vintage, definitely look into this one. We are about to take a little turn. We're gonna look at something a little bit sweeter, a little bit more dark, a little bit more mysterious. So the fragrance that I'm talking about here is coming from no other than Judith Leiber, and this fragrance is called Night. Now, this fragrance is kind of unlike anything else that I have in my collection. It is beautiful, it is gorgeous, and of course it's womanly. If you're the type of person where you want to smell feminine but you don't necessarily want to smell clean or floral, definitely look into this scent. This is all about sweet cinnamon. We have a little bit of incense, amber, we have some florals in this one, we have some woodsy notes. It is so beautiful. It does have like a very dark, mysterious feel. It does feel like something that you would wear at night. It does have that vibe to it. I mean, if that sounds like something that you like, definitely check it out. It amazes me how fragrances this inexpensive could smell so freaking good. Coming up next is a fragrance, guys. This is very new to my collection, but it is so special. Oh my god, this one is like, it's really good. It's from the White Diamonds line. This one is called Rouge. This is by Elizabeth Taylor, of course. When I smelled this fragrance, my little daughter, who is only 6, she freaked out so bad because of my reaction to she was like, "Mommy, you're scaring me." And I was like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry," because I was running back and forth in my house like a crazy person saying yes, yes, because it is a blind buy. And I just wasn't expecting to like this fragrance as much as I do. I was running back and forth from my bedroom to my kitchen, from my kitchen to my bedroom, and it was freaking out my kids. But this fragrance, guys, oh my god, it is so good. So this fragrance right here is all about raspberry. So the first thing you're gonna be met with when you spray this fragrance out is a beautiful sweet raspberry note, but of course there are some florals in here. We have peony and we do have pink pepper, and under all of that is woods. So it doesn't feel like a typical fruity floral type of scent. It doesn't feel generic or anything like this. This is a very beautiful, unique kind of scent. I sprayed it here. Oh my god, I sprayed it here before doing the video, so it's kind of like my scent of the day, and I'm telling you, it smells so good. And the lasting power and the sillage in this is just amazing. Like, this is just a beautiful scent. It smells like a raspberry rose bubble bath, so it does have like a bubble bath kind of scent. So this fragrance actually reminds me of a fragrance that I owned a couple of years back called Modern Muse Le Rouge by Estee Lauder, but I much prefer this one. It feels, I don't know, it just is heavier on the raspberry, and I think the flowers in here are cleaner. I don't know, it just smells so incredible. There's a scent, there's a note deep down in the fragrance. I don't know if you've ever experienced that. Like, you're smelling the surface notes, so you're smelling the raspberry, you're smelling the rose, the pink pepper, you're getting the woods, but there's something deep that makes you say, oh my god, like, it's so intoxicating. There goes the word. This is intoxicating, and I don't want to hype this fragrance up too much because, you know, like, what if I'm the only person that likes this? But it just smells so good. It smells The look of the bottle just matches the whole scent, how it's like it has this deep red with the gold trimming, with the little, you know, studs that we have going around here. It gives that vibe. So I see a lady in red dress with nice jewelry going somewhere nice. It just, oh my God, it smells so good. I'm not gonna go on and on because I don't want to have this fragrance up too much. And then the price point, like, are you kidding me? Crazy. Coming up next is a beautiful fragrance, also new to my collection. All right, and this one was actually a fragrance that someone in my comments was talking about. Y'all don't understand. Like, I love it when you guys comment. Like, I really take y'all comments like to heart. If you're the woman that told me that this is one of your favorite fragrances and I told you I was gonna get it, this is me telling you I got it. This is me telling you I got it. And this is me telling you thank you. All right, this is beautiful. Like, when I got this is another fragrance. When I opened it up, my kids was freaking out. They're like, mommy, what's wrong? Mommy, I was like, listen, mommy's having a moment. All right, because this is just like everything that I love in a fragrance. What I get here is like ice cold lilies. It smells green also. There's like a hefty, oh my God, it smells so good. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the original 212 by Carolina Herrera. It reminds me of that. It really does. Let me just emphasize on how fresh and clean and soapy this smells. It smells so icy. It smells a little metallic, and when I say that, I mean in the best way possible. As a matter of fact, I think that's what makes this fragrance so like unique smelling. That icy feel that you get is just so amazing. I would wear this one all year round because it's fresh and clean. So obviously you could wear this when it's warm outside. You could absolutely wear this when it's cold outside. I think it would smell amazing in cold weather, just as 212 by Carolina Herrera smells. Like, that's the kind of fragrance too that smells good, even better in cold weather. This is also a very versatile scent. You know, one of those perfumes that you smell it and you could imagine yourself on different occasions wearing it, like casually, but if you're going somewhere nice too. This is that fragrance. It just, I love this one. Does it smell a little 90s? Yes, it does have a 90s vibe to it, but it just smells, it smells good. Like, who cares what era, what decade this came out? It smells really good, and you're not gonna smell like everybody else when you're wearing this scent. So coming up next is a fragrance from Perry Ellis. I love Perry Ellis. I feel as though he could do no wrong. I've never smelled like a bad fragrance from Perry Ellis. I'm confident in saying that. The man knows good perfume. All right, so the fragrance that I'm talking about here is Reserve, and this is a beautiful, clean, romantic, soapy, fresh fragrance. It smells so freaking good. This is another fragrance that is very versatile because it's so fresh and clean. You could wear this almost anywhere. You'll never smell out of place. You could wear this to work. You could wear this as casual wear. You could wear this one to hang out with your boo if your boo likes to smell people that smell clean and fresh. If he enjoys or she enjoys that kind of fragrance on you, this is a fragrance that you could wear. You could also wear this one if you're going out to a nice dinner. It just has that kind of scent. Now, I always compare it to Romance by Ralph Lauren. So this is tip. If you like this fragrance, and we all know how expensive this one is, and you don't want to spend a lot of money, definitely look at Reserve by Perry Ellis. I mean, they are like identical. Like, they smell exactly alike. I became so curious about why these fragrances smell so similar. So I looked at the notes, and the notes in here, like, they're almost identical. So check this out. In both fragrances, we have ginger, freesia, oak moss, lotus, patchouli, marigold, violet, rose, and sandalwood. They literally have the same nose. So if you want to smell clean and fresh and you want compliments, definitely look into this fragrance. So coming up next is a fragrance that I've featured here on my channel before, and it is called Eternity Intense by Calvin Klein. This fragrance right here literally smells like a rich lady. It smells like a rich lady walking down Fifth Avenue in a fur coat. Like, I feel as though this would be her perfume of choice when she wants to smell like rich and luxe. Like, that's exactly how I feel about this scent. I mean, I'm usually not even into powdery fragrances, so technically I shouldn't like this fragrance. It smells so good. Like, it does have like a makeup-y type of scent. I want to say lipstick, is it lipstick? Maybe a little lipstick. I'm thinking blush. Like it does have like a makeup-y kind of smell, like, but expensive makeup. When it dries down, it gets a little bit woodsy. It smells so good. Like, I definitely like this one. Okay guys, so we have 2 more fragrances coming up. Let me remind you to like this video, and if you're new to my channel and you're not yet subscribed to the channel and you're enjoying this video, we have a lot more coming up, so don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss another upload from me, which is like every 2 days. So yeah. Anyway guys, don't forget, coming up next is a pretty little fragrance. It's called Noa by Cacharel. Now, I've been featuring this fragrance quite a lot, but it's hard to not add this to my list of favorites because it's an actual favorite of mine. So how do I explain this fragrance? I mean, it's a simple scent. It smells fresh. It smells clean. It does smell like clean, warm skin. I mean, that's the best way I could put this one. It is musky. Like, it smells like clean skin, like skin after you've taken like a warm bath. Like, this is exactly what this fragrance smells like. So there's really not a lot to this fragrance, but if you want to smell clean and fresh and you want to smell like clean skin, I would say try this fragrance out. Coming up last is a fragrance by Kim Kardashian, and this is called Pure Honey. This is my favorite honey fragrance. This fragrance right here is unmatched. If you love honey fragrances, definitely try this one out. It smells so beautiful. Like, it just literally smells gorgeous. All right, and it has like a vintagey touch to it. I know I've been using that word a lot, but yes, it does. I mean, if you look at the whole packaging, you could tell that's definitely the vibe of the scent too. I mean, the amber color with that clunky bottle. So this fragrance is all about honey and beeswax, and under that you have some light powderiness, some soapiness. Apparently there's coconut in this fragrance. I don't know if I necessarily get the coconut, but I kind of feel like I do. It's like the essence of coconut, not necessarily coconut. Like, I don't know how to describe that, but you feel it. It's like something that you feel. But what you get most prominently is definitely the beeswax, the honey. So it's a little sweet, but it's also very clean. It's also a little soapy, a little powdery. I've been told that I smell like a baby while wearing this scent, and I guess I get that. So the powderiness that you get here is like baby powder. I would say it does have like a nice elegant touch. Like I said, it feels vintagey, so it doesn't feel like a baby scent, even though someone has literally told me that I smell like a baby while wearing this scent. But yeah, I mean, if this sounds like your kind of thing, check it out. Very inexpensive. As a matter of fact, everything on this list is inexpensive. You know how we do. Okay guys, so that is it for me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please enjoy the rest of your day. Have fun, live life. I love you guys so much. Bye.